Good morning, everyone. It's cold and it's finally snowing. It just started a little bit ago. I've seen all the pictures all over, and people have a lot of snow, and we had none. It's finally snowing. Finally. Yes. Okay. Garbage day today. Gotta get the garbage out. Do not forget. See, I wrote it down. I write things down. See, now. So I don't forget. Let us get started right away. How many more books are we having? How more chapters are we having here? Oh, we are getting to the end. There are 40. Oh, did we have 40 in Genesis? Nope, we had more in Genesis. We had 50. Oh, such nice even numbers. All right. The altar, that's Exodus 30, the altar of incense. You will make an altar on which to burn incense. You will make it of acacia wood, 1 cubit long and 1 cubit wide. It must be square and 2 cubits high. Its horns must be of a piece with it. Its horns be of a piece with it. Oh. You will overlay its top, its sides all around, and its horns with pure gold, and make a gold molding to go all around. You will make 2 gold rings for it below the molding on its 2 opposite sides, to take the shafts used for carrying it. You will make the shafts of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. You will put it in front of the curtain by the ark of testimony, in front of the mercy seat which is on the testimony, where I shall meet you. On it Aaron will burn fragrant incense each morning. When he trims the lamps, he will burn incense on it. And when Aaron puts back the lamps at twilight, he will burn incense on it. Incense perpetually before Yahweh for all your generations to come. You will not offer unauthorized incense or burnt offering or cereal offering on it. Cereal. Interesting. I'm assuming that's all the bread instead of wafers and the bread, and they call it cereal. It's spelled just like we call cereal, breakfast cereal. Is that where the word came from? Cereal. I wonder if people know that. All right. Or burnt or cereal offering on it. And you will not pour any libation over it. Once a year, Aaron will perform the rite of expiation on the horns of the altar. Once a year, on the day of expiation, with the blood of the sacrifice for sin, he will make expiation for himself, for all your generations to come. It is especially holy for Yahweh. The poll tax. Yahweh then spoke to Moses and said, when you count the Israelites by census, each one of them must pay Yahweh a ransom for his life. What? To avoid any incidents of plague among them while you are holding the census. Every one subject to the census will pay half a shekel, reckoning by the sanctuary's shekel, 20 gerah to the shekel. This half shekel will be set aside for Yahweh. Every one subject to the census, that is to say of 20 years and over, will pay the sum set aside for Yahweh. The rich man must not give more, nor the poor man less than half a shekel when he pays the sum set aside for Yahweh in ransom for your lives. What? You will take the ransom money of the Israelites and apply it to the service of the tent of meeting, for it to be a reminder of the Israelites before Yahweh as the ransom for your lives. Dear me, really? Okay. Huh? I don't know. And see, now this again, to me, is, right. Did that really come from God? Yes, I don't know. The bronze basin. Yahweh then spoke to Moses and said, "You will also make a bronze basin on its bronze stand for washing. You will put it between the tent of meeting and the altar and put water in it, in which Aaron and his sons will wash their hands and feet." Bo, are you comfy? What are you doing? He has a way of trying to get you out of his seat. Hey, I didn't make you leave, so, huh? How was it out there? Did you have a good time? They already had to run. Ooh, he's wet. They all are. It's still snowing. Not much. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot out there. Okay. In which Aaron and his sons will wash their hands and feet. Whenever they are to enter the tent of meeting, they will wash to avoid incurring death. And whenever they approach the altar for their service to burn an offering for Yahweh, they will wash their hands and feet to avoid incurring death. Again? Yeah, it's twice. This is a perpetual decree for him and his descendants for all their generations to come. I'll tell you what. Death everywhere. This is just, okay. Hey, alrighty then. The anointing oil. Yahweh spoke further to Moses and said, "Take the finest spices, 500 shekels of fresh myrrh, half as much, 250 shekels, of fragrant cinnamon, 250 shekels of scented reed, 500 shekels, reckoning by the sanctuary shekel, of cassia, and 1 hin of olive oil. You will make this into a holy anointing oil, such a blend as the perfumer might make. This will be a holy anointing oil. With it you will anoint the tent of meeting and the ark of the testimony, the table and all its accessories, the lampstand and its accessories, the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offerings and all its accessories, and the basin with its stand, consecrating them so that they will be especially holy, and whatever touches them will become holy. You will also anoint Aaron and his sons and consecrate them to be priests in my service. There's a lot of repetition going on here. You will then speak to the Israelites and say, "This anointing oil will be holy for you for all your generations to come. It must not be used for anointing the human body, nor may you make any of the same mixture. It is a holy thing. You will regard it as holy. Anyone who makes up the same oil or uses death again, it on an unauthorized person will be outlawed from his people." Well then. Okay, I don't mean to laugh. Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm laughing. All these rules. Okay, I have no problems with the rules. Okay, yes, and foundation has to start somewhere. So the Israelites are making a foundation with this as well, and God is letting them know. Okay, this is how you do it. The one thing that I said. Okay, if you don't do this right, well, then there is death. If you don't do this, then the plagues will come. And right? Yes, it just, that doesn't sound like God to me. Yeah. Yes. Well, if one would not have really been strict about this, they would not have done it. Maybe. Again, I don't know what really. What type of people were they? That hard to direct to just not show. And dear me. Okay. Well, it is what it is, right? We're just reading. We're reading and we're learning. I guess we're reading and we're learning. The incense. Yahweh then said to Moses, take sweet spices, storax, on Anika. Anika? No idea. Galbanum. Don't know what that is. I don't know any of these sweet spices. None of them. I gotta go check those out. Let me write this down. Storax. I wonder if they still use these. I don't even know how to spell this one. Anika. Onika. Galbanum sounds familiar. Galbanum. All right. Sweet spices and pure frankincense in equal parts, and compound an incense, such a blend as the perfumer might make. Again, salted, pure, and holy. You will grind some of this up very fine and put it in front of the testimony in the tent of meeting, where I shall meet you. You will regard it as especially holy. You may not make any incense of similar composition. Here we go again. For your own use, you will regard it as holy, reserved for Yahweh. Anyone who makes up the same thing to use as a perfume will be outlawed from his people. That's the end of 30. Well, there's just one threat after another. Okay, then. All right. Interesting to read this one. It's going to be a short video, I think. I don't have a whole lot to say to it all. Except for, once again, it's interesting to read through all this again. And, you know, a lot of those practices, what do they remind you of, right? Yes, the incense burning, the scented oil, right, and all that, right? Who kind of uses that now, right? If you think about it. Yeah, that's a lot of pagan stuff in a way, right? Or we consider it. Or the pagans thought it was different than, and here, thousands and thousands of years ago, that was already something that, well, God taught the people. I perceive that as holy. Something, there are herbs, for example, sage. You can make sage sticks and walk around the house with a sage stick. That's just smoking, and it cleanses the house from all kinds of things. So there you go. There are other herbs for that, and well, here we go. It's to keep the environment that God will visit and meet them clean and pure. Well, which then, again, should remind us that only with a clear conscience, yes, and a proper heart to mind, can God be a part of our lives, right? Otherwise, He can't be there. The place that they had to prep the people, Aaron and his sons, on how they had to prep themselves to be in the environment of God on earth, was pretty interesting. Yes, and punishable by death, will be outlawed, this, that. What is it to be 100% perfect. And the practice, I'm sure in the beginning, maybe the sons walked in and, the one says, hey, wait a second. We got to first wash our hands and feet. Oh, yeah. Yes? Yeah. Right? Right, Bo? Yeah, he says, I don't know what you're talking about. So interesting again, huh? One reads it, and I'm going, yeah, golly. I think with all them rules and stuff, I bet you the people are like, hey, we're staying away from that tent. That's scary stuff going on there. No doubt. It's all about restoring. It's to restore. What God had lost in the Garden of Eden. His children. How to regain a foothold in the lives of his children again. And here, right, yes, he finally has. I guess that was a pretty big tribe, pretty big community of people that finally got in the way. Okay, now let's get this started. Let's get the foundation right here. And then, yes. And of course, he was already preparing for Jesus to be born thousands and thousands of years later. Yep. It has to be a difficult job when you're trying to reconnect to your children when you have lost them. So, all them rules were needed. It had to be followed. We do know though. Okay, well, I shouldn't give it away, right? Yes. People so easily fall right back into bad habits or negativity or just yeah. So easy to just I thought about that last night. I said, dear me, is it really not possible to have a world without war? Why is that not possible? What is that? Is that, again, is there really no other way except for killing each other? Yes? I don't know. If everybody were to think like me, there wouldn't be any war, right? Why isn't everybody thinking like me? Why not? I don't know. Is that what people need? They need conflict. They want conflict. Don't know. Yes? I think God's trying to avoid conflict as well, right? Yes? Maybe that's why the threats have to be in there. I guess. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to share this morning. I can tell I'm tired. I'm tired and it's snowing and I need to get ready to go to the barn. All right, these boys already have been fed. Yes. And I have things to do. That's what I'm going to do. Well, I wish you all a wonderful day. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you. Yes. You know what? I want to pray for everybody today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I done that yesterday, day before yesterday. That we can all just quit war all over the world. Just quit war. Everybody just lay down their arms. Done with it, Start growing food and help each other out. Rich or poor. Yes, yes, yes. Father, praying. Please hear me. As I hear you. It takes two to tango. I know. I will talk to y'all another time.